I just can't let you go.
Greetings and salutations. My name's Deecee, and today we are taking a look at Mrs. Queen Popcorn herself, Heidi. I don't even know her last name. I just call her Orville's wife, Heidi, the founder's wife of Scentsy, the top pyramid, the ultimate top pyramid performer of the billion-dollar multi-level marketing super wax melter. You know who I'm talking about? Correction, mid-video, the co-CEOs of Scentsy. We will add this also. If you're in Scentsy, you know who I'm talking about. If you're an anti-multi-level marketer, you know who I'm talking about. If you just happen to stumble across this video and you have no idea who I'm talking about, buckle up. I'm sure that I'll put her last name somewhere in here so I don't look like a fool. Thompson? We're recording this behind the scenes, and there's a lot more people in my live chat, members only, who know more about this than I do. I am sneaking into World Tour on the 31st, and I've been doing more Scentsy videos. I was not in Scentsy. I'm just anti-multi-level marketing at this point. I was in multi-level marketing from 2014 to 2022, Mary Kay Cosmetics and Young Living Essential Oils. Terrified of burning candles. Wax melts were a whole nother thing, but Scentsy was wax melts, anti-candle for the longest time, and maybe they were downward trending. And so they decided, oh my God, candles are not the villain we have been promoting for the past, decades. So we are going to bring them back in. They've been doing the candle thing, and we are going to see on the video the tears, the begging of the queen herself to her cult, asking people to not jump ship. It's going to be a good video. In the process of me learning more about Scentsy and also the bringing in of the candles again, my interest has been piqued. I am going to be honest. Orville's name is what got me interested in Scentsy in the first place because of Orville Redenbacher. No, they have the popcorn conglomerate has no association with Scentsy. I cannot help but think of popcorn every time Orville's name is mentioned. Am I going to be wearing a popcorn hat when I'm reacting to World Tour? Yes, I am. Are there going to be popcorn transitions when I'm reacting to World Tour? Yes, there are. Is there going to be a popcorn border when I'm going to be reacting to World Tour? Yes, there is. Should you subscribe for more premium content like this? Yes, you should. Let the fluffery begin. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Fair use. I live in Scentsy Central. These people are unreal. Oh my God. We have many better things to do than listen to pauses and filler words, wax on, wax off.
Wax on, wax off.
So I took them out. If you're wondering why it is so jarring, and if you're in Scentsy and you go, oh my God, you took her out of context. No, we brought her closer to context. The context is hugging each other for dear life. This is a clusterfuck. If you wonder why I'm lint rolling, if you're new here, I have a dog named Caspian, and he's an Alaskan Klee-Kai, which looks like he is a scaled down husky, and his hair gets everywhere. And so I used to lint roll my hat all the time. That is why all the members have lint rollers next to their names. And then, as the channel grew, we found our love of kazoos, which is why 12-monthers have a golden kazoo next to their name. And then, as you may notice, this conversation we're having right now seems a little bit like a squirrel trail, which is why we have an acorn for the 12-monthers. Do you see how the brand has expanded? Anyways, We just had a technical difficulty. I don't know how that is going to play into the 3-year mark, but here we are. Back to it. Oh, did I just thought I had a sticker stuck to my head. Okay.
Welcome to Camp Scentsy! Whether it's your first time around this campfire or you've been coming for years, I'm so glad you're here. So some of you have been waiting all year for this, for the hugs, the stories, the friends who feel like family. Some of you came wondering if this is your last year. Sorry if your spark is still here, if this dream is still worth it. But you
It's not. You're in a cult.
showed up anyway. This year, I don't think it's an exaggeration to say we all arrived with a little more on our hearts. We faced storms that tested our resolve, our relationships, and our faith in what we're building together. Some of you have watched people that you've mentored, people you've cared about, make different choices. Some have seen teams that you spent years building change overnight. And I know how much
I love how she says change overnight, which means they left or went to other multi-level marketing companies. Or they left to go to other multi-level marketing companies, or they just quit MLMs altogether, which, we love that. I guess she has to be so poised up there on stage. As someone who cries a lot, crying this early on in the speeches is a choice, I'll tell you that.
Of course I want to. Much that hurts. Some of you have had to make the difficult decision to return to traditional employment. You're not failures.
The business is failing. Having to return... Listen, Linda. Having to return to traditional employment, that literally, by definition, is the failing of the Scentsy business model. Heidi has lost the plot.
Strategic, and you're taking care of your families. Some seasons require us to work and plan differently, but that doesn't mean that we stop trying. Your journey doesn't end because your daily routine has changed. In fact, you may find that returning to work opens new doors to fuel your next season of growth.
Returning to work fuels the independent contractor's ability to buy more and inventory load more Scentsy products so Orville and Heidi can continue to live their luxurious lifestyle. Is that what she meant to say? Okay. Sorry.
Your business. I want you to hear me say your feelings are valid, your loyalty is seen, and your effort is not invisible. Because we're family.
It's not the worst slide in the world. Let's continue.
It's been just as hard on us. I've actually wondered if I still wanted to be a part of Scentsy. Is Scentsy even a viable direct selling company anymore? If maybe it was our return.
It was just as hard on you? How audacious. I know. I was like, I'm just going to do 18 minutes of commentary, and so this video is going to be super short. It was just as hard on you? You were just going to see if you wanted to be a part of Scentsy? Oh, I'm sorry. You were probably going to sell the company for hundreds of millions of dollars if you didn't want to be a part of it, and then it was probably going to go into just a regular business model where maybe you were going to sell, the new company was going to sell things maybe just at Disney or to a business-to-business model. It was just as hard on you? Oh, I'm sorry. Were you part of the people who, part of the 99% of people who lose money, don't make any money, or go into debt in the multi-level marketing model? Heidi? Were you part of that group? Really? In your multi-million-dollar home that you live in? Was that just as hard on you? Oh, be still, my beating heart. What is this? Oh, it's the world's tiniest violin playing My Heart Bleeds for you. Give me a break. I don't have any good feelings right now.
Learn from our mission that stirred up the angst that we all have felt this year. Are Orville and I out of touch? Am I too old to lead Scentsy?
This is a logical fallacy called appeal to emotion. It's not about you being too old. It's about an unethical business model.
Our style, thank you, is our style no longer effective? With all of the negativity that's been swirling in the air, I question myself a lot. Sorry. Thank you. Thank you So for me, this year stripped away what wasn't real and showed me what is. What's real is each of you here choosing Scentsy. What's real is the customer who keeps reordering because she trusts you. Yes. And what's real is the reason you started this journey in the first place. What's real is your stories that still inspire me. They give me the fuel to step up and give you my best. Without a doubt, when I am down, I will find inspiration from a personal message or positive post on Facebook. Sometimes I find the negative ones too, but I only look at the positive.
You only look at the positive ones. Heidi just said she only looks at the positive messages. Now, okay, fine. I've said this a million times before. Maybe not a million. I've said this every single year that I've been streaming. We've looked at PowerPoint presentations. We've looked at Zoom presentations. Y'all know that I am not pro MLM. Now, we have said this because of just getting better at presenting on Zoom calls, on YouTube. I've said it. I watch my streams back. I watch my videos back. And I say to myself, okay, what can I get better at? I look at my old streams and I say to myself, what did I learn in art school? Rule of thirds. I probably should not have my head at the very bottom of my screen, even if I'm so uncomfortable with my body. I know the right things to do. Having a conversation with someone, it's better to be up here. You can see the struggle throughout the videos, okay? I have filler words that happen. So, as I'm watching my videos through, my live streams, my limited pre-recorded videos, I'm listening to it. Even as I struggle through it, I'm listening and I make notes to myself for my own, wanting my own, like, as I just did, my own goals for myself. I would like to get better at reducing the amount of filler words, okay? Those are things I would like to get better at. When I first started, I had my microphone in front of my mouth. In terms of accessibility for my live streamers who need to be able to see my mouth when I'm streaming because of accessibility purposes for they need captioning and they also need to be able to see my mouth, and that means like brighter lights as well. I don't need to have my microphone in front of my mouth. So I need to move it. There's things that you do as you're learning that you try to improve on because you're watching, and in limited ways, maybe you're not on Reddit ruining your life like that, but you watch it and you say to yourself, what are my core values? What do I want to do on my channel? And what do I care about? What can I improve on? Heidi could watch a few of her Zoom calls on Facebook, or a few of her presentations on Facebook with Mr. Burnt Popcorn himself, and say, maybe I could get some lighting, and maybe I could get a faster internet connection, and maybe I could pretend like I had a point to bring to the table, and maybe I could make my presentations a little more interesting. Maybe one of those. Maybe start with one, and maybe we could go back and forth and be dynamic. And maybe don't take calls right in the middle of your Facebook presentations. Oh, I don't know, because you give a about the people who decided to show up for your Facebook presentation that only comes once a month. Really? It's once a month, and you decide that picking up a call is more important than all the people who decide to show up. Think about that for a second. Think about that. But this is what you decide. This is what you decide to say. This is the logic. This is what you're going to tell all the people. Really? I'm baffled. I don't know if you're baffled. I don't know if people who have left Scentsy are baffled. But as someone on the outside who is anti-MLM, I'm baffled. I truly am baffled. I don't know. I'm baffled.
Positive ones. So for me, I choose you and I choose Scentsy.
Oh my God.
As bad as it's been, we've been here before. In fact, you could argue that we've had worse years. 2014 was worse than 2025. Year-over-year sales coming into SFR were worse than it is this year. That year, a significant number of leaders stepped away to join other direct selling companies. Teams were dwindling. It was very similar to where we have been recently. That year, I gave an SFR keynote. If you were in St. Louis, you might remember it, as Chasing Fireflies. What I talked about was Scentsy culture and how to renew it. Chasing Fireflies.
You've had worse years? Who came up with the strategy for this speech? Did someone just let Heidi run with this? Is Orville tied up somewhere? What?
Was a metaphor for childlike wonder. Childlike wonder is the sense of awe when you see things through a child's eyes. The excitement when a consultant comes on an incentive trip for the first time. And when I read this post from Jessica Shea, it reminded me of childlike wonder. 2 hours of sleep, but it's SFR time. I'm excited to cross another state off my list. Thank you, Scentsy. I can't wait to see my friends, meet new ones, see what is coming this fall and winter, and get some training. When I read...
If you don't know what happens, if you don't know what happens when you go to a convention, I'll tell you what happens in general. I've gone to conventions. I snuck into a convention at Monations. I went to conventions when I was in Mary Kay. It is high control group tactics, limited sleep, limited food, limited water. You have where you meet with your group and you basically talk through what you learned, but you talk through what you learned with like the higher up people first. So it kind of directs what you were supposed to have learned, so it fortifies the positive stuff first, and so you get kind of motivated and excited. And some people, like in Prove It, you do fasting for the whole convention. It is behavioral control, information control, thought control, emotional control. I don't know about you, but I don't want to go spend a lot of money to pay for the privilege of not eating or drinking like liquid, or sleeping in a nice hotel room for 24 to 36 hours. Like, what? Hello? People want to be shown and praised like Heidi is showing and praising these people on screen. And she is showing people who are excited and ready to stay the course with Scentsy and validating that Scentsy is worth staying the course with.
Messages like this, I choose Scentsy. Childlike wonder leads to contagious optimism. Children are not pessimistic. That is something that is learned. So take this post from Lisa and Sean Rowberry, who just reached a huge milestone, 3 million lifetime PRV. Congratulations, Lisa and Sean. And she said this week fuels my soul and fills my cup.
This
we had
is so
a big
manipulative.
goal of hitting 3 million in lifetime PRV before heading to SFR tomorrow, and today we hit it. I'm so beyond grateful for this opportunity that you create for us. So excited to grow with this company. Because it fills my cup to watch consultants like Lisa and Sean set big goals and reach them. I choose Scentsy. Yeah.
This is so... Can I just say, I'm like, oh my God, this is going to be such a short video. She is being very manipulative right now, in my opinion, and here's why. She's talking about childlike wonder or whatever she said, and it's learned. As you grow older and as your brain develops, you're able to process and have better skills to discern situations that are harmful. If you are in financial distress because you're in a multi-level marketing company because more people lose than win in an MLM, you get to say, I'm going to stop bleeding money. I'm going to protect my family. I'm going to leave because that is my prerogative. And yet Heidi is going to shame the out of you for doing that because you've lost your childlike wonder or whatever she said. Excuse me? And then she's going to put, Oh yeah, 2 examples on the screen to show you that you should choose Scentsy, or 2 examples on screen that Scentsy's worth staying for, and show you 1 example of people who've hit lifetime 3 million volume. Okay, how does that show you that Scentsy's a viable option for being something that people can do full time? Heidi, what do the numbers say? Okay. More people lose than win in multi-level marketing, right? Are you going to actually show all the numbers about what data supports that Scentsy is a viable income option? Oh yeah, maybe you forgot to show that. Hello? Ma'am? Maybe she needs a snack. If you've never seen a Scentsy reps on YouTube, you see the inventory loading that goes on. You've seen the inventory loading that goes on. Because 1, you have to buy to stay active. You have to buy so that you have product for your customers to have easy access so that they don't have to wait for shipping. You know your uplines have told you that. And if you are a customer, you have to be on those scheduled ships. Scentsy Club Auto Ship, the correct way to say that. Whatever they're called. If you ever have those products not on those rotating, reoccurring orders, sometimes those products are retired. And if you ever take those products off your recurring orders, you'll never be able to get them back on. So you are scared into taking them off if you like them because you'll never be able to get them back. Don't ask me. Ask Sam D. She's an anti-MLM creator who is in Scentsy, and she, I would say, is the resident expert on all things Scentsy. Let's get down to business to defeat the Huns.
Let's get down to business to defeat the Huns.
Members only. David said, why is Heidi in camouflage? Is she in a war zone? Yes, she is in a war zone. She's fighting against anti-MLM and people leaving her cult. Yes. Yes. Yes.
We are optimistic and people want to be with us. Contagious optimism leads to connection, love, and kindness. As you can
Toxic positivity.
tell in this post from Emily, hopefully I say your name right, Cheatham, headed to Minneapolis with my Scentsy sisters. We're kicking off leadership tomorrow and diving into a week full of fun, packed with training, new product reveals, recognition, and all the magical moments that make this journey so special. Because of Emily and her sisters, I continue to choose Scentsy. Connection,
I'm sick of this.
love, and kindness lead to hope. Scentsy has
Connection, love, and kindness lead to hope. No. Where's the numbers? Where's the data? Set aside the feelings. Where's the numbers? Where's the data? Why are people leaving Scentsy? It's not just about feelings. It's about, are people bleeding money? Oh, what about the feelings? No. Are people able to make a viable income from this? Y'all have made $1 billion. Y'all were $1 billion company. What about the people who made you $1 billion? What about them? Oh, well, I'm sure they were making money. How do you know? I hope to God I will remember to bleep out that word. Sorry. Oh, let me rage over here. I don't think that compensation plans are complicated just to be complicated. I think they are the way that they are because of the payout structure, due to not being able to track the commissions of sales to customers, because they're only able to track commissions to uplines. Heidi and Orville and every single MLM cannot track commissions to customers unless customers buy directly from the website under the rep ID, and that product comes directly from the company. Every other time, the rep is either inventory loading, which means the rep buys from the company, and that means all that commission goes to the upline already, and that means the company wins, and then all the complicated stuff goes on. The company is winning every time as soon as an independent rep buys product. There's no way to track commission from a customer buying product for the most part. And that's the issue. Back to the show.
has always been full of
Whoops. Which button is it?
hope, as Bree Wallace said in this post. Hey, Midwest peeps, it's our turn. Thrilled SFR is close enough to road trip. 503 miles until we're there. Bringing 3 newbies this year. Welcome, you 3. Because Bree and her new consultants have hope in Scentsy, I choose to show up. When we
3 newbies, what about customers? 3 newbies, what about customers? I rage about this all the time. What about customers? If you're in Scentsy, fine. I would love for you to get out. Are you going to argue with me that it is wild that I am upset Wendy and Orville are more excited about you recruiting someone into Scentsy than you finding customers to sell to? Is that wild of me to get that upset? Is that wild that I'm confused why your co-CEOs are more excited about you recruiting you recruiting sales reps than you finding customers to sell to? Are you kidding me? Imagine a Target store having 5,000 cashiers instead of 100 cashiers and finding 6,000 customers to buy product for one store. Imagine one Walmart store finding 10,000 cashiers and 100 customers instead of, 250 cashiers and 10,000 customers. Are you seeing why I'm confused?
have hope, there is light to illuminate the path forward. Hope leads to light, and light brings with it vision.
Math should illuminate the path forward. Financial documents should illuminate the path forward. Graphs, trending profits should illuminate the path forward. Your emotions should take a vacation to an all-inclusive resort, while, a think tank should illuminate the path forward, Heidi.
This DM from Candy Sanders. I wanted to take a moment to thank you. Bear with me. It may be a long message, but I hope you'll read it in its entirety. Times may be tough for many of us. I will likely lose my title of director while at SFR and become an SSC again. I was paid consistently at title for nearly 4 years. I've earned annual sales for 6 consistent years and never thought I would be in this position. But I'm here, and I'm still with Scentsy for life, no matter my title.
Not a Monate lifer moment.
I have always been thankful for Scentsy, but over the last 6 months, it's been more important than ever. Even when I've struggled harder and not hit my goals, I still found it more important to have it in my life. Let me tell you why. Over the holidays, my twin 11-year-old boys caught a virus. While one quickly recovered, the other struggled. As he finally recovered, he began to complain, and he had he went to the doctor, and so now he's recovering. And he finally recovered. He began to complain of leg pain and later difficulty walking. Actually, I got that wrong, didn't I? Okay, as school started back, he couldn't use...
Are you allowed to tell this? And is this a logical is this an appeal to emotion? Is this a bite model tactic? Are you kidding me? I probably should not be drinking an energy drink while I'm this upset. Why are you using a story about a minor to manipulate people in the audience?
His arms and hands correctly. Doctors couldn't find anything to explain his condition, and I felt helpless. By mid-January, I spoke with a director boot camp friend who has a medically complex doctor, and she said to be his advocate. That was all I needed to hear and go to the emergency room. I refused to allow them to dismiss him until he had a neurological consultation. The moment the neurology team walked in, they knew he had a problem. He was diagnosed with Guillain-Barré. Yeah, Dylan could say it in French for me better. But he was released to go back to school, but would require weekly physical and occupational therapies. He has had to learn to tie his shoes again, hold a fork again, button his shirt again, stand up on his tiptoes again, and so much more. When I couldn't even think everything was a blur, my Scentsy family checked in. The people I've...
We don't nominate people for the FU list very often, but Heidi and Orville may, have moved to the waiting list. Are you kidding me? You know what? She's on the waiting list, and here's why. Using the story of a medical event and then saying that your Scentsy family had your back, and because you were in Scentsy, that it made the medical event that was life-altering, that being in Scentsy made it that much better, and because you were in Scentsy, you were able to find a medical diagnosis? Are you kidding me? Now, let me say, I'm glad you got a diagnosis. I cannot believe, Heidi, that you did this on stage. I cannot believe you did this. Someone in Optavia did this in a conference several years ago. Again, with a story with a minor in it. Guillain-Barré isn't something you have to say with a French accent, dude. Oh my God. I cannot believe she did this. I'm upset that she did this. I'm upset that the mom gave permission for this story to be told. I'm upset that Heidi did not have the decorum, the empathy, the anything. I don't trust her tears at the beginning about her thinking about leaving Scentsy now because she used this story to connect with the audience. I don't trust the emotions that she's sharing. I feel very off kilter. How do we feel about speeding it up? I'm speeding it up. Oh my God. It's like a bad taste in your mouth. In my soul, I have a bad taste in my soul. I feel like my soul has been sandpapered.
Met through Scentsy have checked on us more than most of our family and friends.
Oh,
they
stop.
sent gifts of coffee cards and food and blankets and cards. They called and messaged.
That's because Scentsy has alienated all of your friends and family because you're told that anybody who has warned you about a potential cult or that Scentsy is a pyramid scheme or that the business might not have your best interests at heart, that you should shun them or cut them off. So of course, Scentsy has had your back more than your friends and family. Are you kidding me, Heidi?
And prayed and set up prayer chains. I woke up at 6 a.m. one morning to a nurse saying, Stephanie Allen sent me since she couldn't be here herself. I'm her cousin. Melissa Cates, my boot camp 45 sister, had her daughter offer to talk to my son about the infusions he was receiving because she receives them also. Jonae Greenfield messaged and checked in regularly. And these are only a few examples. 3 weeks later, when I went to World Tour, I was a mess still. I didn't want to join in, but Lindsay Bates and her team and Jonae Greenfield were not going to allow that. They brought me into their team circle in the lobby and made me a part of their team building exercise that night. And Dan made a special point of taking a photo.
She's still telling the story of the consultant whose son got sick and how everybody in Scentsy reached out to her and helped her with the whole ordeal with her son. So Heidi is telling the story and using the story to prop up the goodness of Scentsy and validating how good Scentsy is to the audience.
With my other twin son the next day after World Tour, so he felt special too. It's just all of these little things that have meant the world to us during the times it's hard to get out of bed. It's the Scentsy culture. It's the way we reach up and down and sideways and whichever way someone needs us to reach because we are here for each other. And it is the way because of the examples that you two have set for us. So while it would be easy to say it's hard and I want to give up, I could never do that. Scentsy is love. Scentsy is light. Scentsy is helping and caring and just being good people. And if my son can learn to walk again, to brush his teeth again, to tie his shoes again, and to keep pushing, to learn to do all of the things that we take for granted again, then I can surely learn to rebuild my team or my business or my title again, because it means too much to me not to do it. Thank you for reading. Thank you for caring for all of us. And thank you for creating a culture that makes us all want to be better people. I believe that Scentsy...
I cannot believe that the mom said that. I cannot believe that Heidi... I cannot believe... This is from last year. I cannot... My heart's like pounding. She said, if my son can learn to walk again, I can rebuild my team. I mean, you can go back and read what she said. And then Heidi used that to manipulate the people in the audience. I'm disgusted right now. And that is set aside from the fact that I'm glad her son is doing better. I can be 100% happy for that, and I can be 100% disgusted. Sometimes you think like, oh, Heidi doesn't know what she's doing. Heidi is just really bad at social media or technology or whatever. And then we see things like this that she doesn't think is going to see the light of day outside of her Scentsy cult family, allegedly. A lot more weight on Heidi than the mom. A lot more weight on Heidi than the mom. You're taught this stuff. You're taught to do this stuff in multi-level marketing. A lot. I put a bunch of weight on Heidi in Orville. This feels slimy and unethical. And we talk about unethical business practices, anti-MLM, twisty behaviors, whether that's in the anti-MLM space, business space, family vlogger, culty space, whatever that is here. But dear God, oh my Lanta, I feel slimed right now. She could have stopped. She could have said, this is not a story we're going to tell.
Has made me such a better human that I look for ways to help instead of only worrying about what's in front of me. Arrows out, right? Yeah. Thanks for caring. I just really wanted you to know that we need you all, and we need Scentsy. And those who are leaving don't speak for all of us. Those of us who stay will learn to rebuild and walk again because we know the love of the community and the community that we have here.
Ew.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, Candy. We love you. This is a shining example of our Scentsy family being light for someone else, showing her a path through her darkest days. Because of all of you who contribute more than you take and make others' lives better, I stay. I need Scentsy too. So if you can't see a path forward into the light, seek hope. If you have no hope, seek love, connection, and kindness. If you don't feel love, connection, and kindness, choose to be optimistic. If you struggle to be optimistic, you need childlike wonder. This is the pattern from one point on the star to another.
Huh? Why is this not even? You're a $1 billion company. You literally select all of these and then you distribute evenly. You distribute evenly. You select all the lines, then you distribute evenly. I cannot with this spacing. That's okay. We don't need to be stuck on it. By we, I mean I. I do not need to be on the hamster wheel of death.
That renewed Scentsy culture in 2014. I invite you to use this pattern as you seek renewal. Patterns can show up in different ways. Take the Scentsy star, for instance. Deconstruct it. A star is simply a collection of line segments. The shortest line added to the second line equals the third line. The second line plus the third line equals the fourth. And the length of each line is the sum of the two before it. This creates a repeating pattern. The Greeks called it the golden ratio, or the divine proportion, and considered it the essence of what is beautiful. You can see it today reflected in art and architecture. It creates a sense of balance. We witnessed this on our incentive trip to Greece earlier this summer. When I hear our camp song, make new friends and keep the old. One is silver and the other is gold. I see infinite potential. All nature is on our side when we align to true principles. So let me show you. With this golden rectangle, our old friends are a countless number of other rectangles. As long as the proportions remain consistent, we can find hundreds or even thousands of new friends. The key is choosing to honor the golden ratio, the perfect balance of personal drive and culture. When this ratio gets out of balance, when personal ambition causes us to take more than we give rather than give more than we take, the replication stops. This repeating.
Are you listening to what you're saying, Heidi? You are a billion-dollar company. You and Orville have profited wildly, which, not to say profiting is wrong, but at the expense of 99% of your independent contractors losing money, not making any money, or going into debt. And you're talking about taking more than you're giving? Hello? What?
Pattern of golden rectangles creates what mathematicians call the Fibonacci, or called Fibonacci tiling. And each sequence, each square, corresponds to a number. 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, 21, 34, 55, 89, and so forth. And each number is simply the sum of the two numbers that came before. But when that process is repeated, nature's pattern for growth is revealed. Out of this mathematical form comes what is known as the Fibonacci spiral.
I'll give you a mathematics, since we're talking about some numbers. 99.6% of people don't make any money, lose money, or go into debt in multi-level marketing. And since we are talking about numbers, why don't you give us some numbers about what people in your company are winning, what people are making money, what people at every level, if you list people from 0 to the most, and you list people in order from least to greatest, what person right in the center, what are they making? Because I'm guessing that number is 0. Why don't we talk about those numbers, and you're not going to us on those like Fibonacci sequence, because I don't really give a about those. Why, when you're talking about funny numbers instead of meaningful numbers, you're wasting time? You're wasting our time? You certainly are wasting our time. Somebody give me a talk. Somebody give me a talk with meaningful numbers. Let's go back to roasting Orville. I mean Heidi. Mr. and Mrs. Burnt Popcorn. No shade to popcorn. We love popcorn.
The spiral expands and unfolds, building upon itself. It creates an endless, replicating pattern of growth. Natural, sustainable, beautiful. This spiral is represented in many of the symbols we've talked about over the last 21 years. The butterfly is a symbol of growth and transformation. You are all butterflies transforming inside the chrysalis of your journey. The transformation is difficult because who you are becoming is significant. The sunflower that seeks the sun is actually a group of hundreds of smaller flowers arranged in a Fibonacci spiral. You are all sunflowers, far more complex and beautiful than at first glance. When you reflect the generosity of the sun, you grow naturally. When you cast shadows of doubt or say things to dim someone else's light, you shrink. The spiral is all.
Oh, I'm shrinking? Oh, so at the beginning of the talk, when you said it's okay for people to go back to their jobs, or if they need to leave, that's okay, you're saying now that it's people shrinking. So which is it? Here comes the real Heidi. This pisses me off. Here it comes. Here comes Speed Racer. He's a demon on wheels.
Here comes Speed Racer. He's a demon on wheels.
Just tell me the truth. Just tell me the truth. Either you hate people for leaving, or it's okay for people to leave. Which one is it? Which one is it? Which one is it?
Also in the storm that we encountered in 2014 and the storm that we are in now. Understanding rather than fighting against nature is how we can harness the power of the storms to propel ourselves into a better future, just like
Storms are devastating to people? What are you talking about? Who wrote this for Heidi?
we did by coming together in 2020 and finding growth in the storm of the global pandemic. Positivity and connected.
Finding growth in the storm of the global pandemic? Oh my God. Yes, you should embrace hurricane seasons because they help you grow, and we should have found growth in the storms of the global pandemic. Both and what? Oh my God, it's like a buffet of analogies.
Goodness allows Scentsy to harness the 2020 storm. Negativity and distraction will cause the storms of life to swamp our boats. Make new friends, but
Negativity will not destroy your brain. Asking questions will not destroy your brain. Wow. So this has to do with the Scentsy video. It's called Government Money, Nothing More, Nothing Less, and 2021 was the only year they had revenues of $1 billion. 2021, 1.02 billion. 2024, 472 million, down more than 50%. Whoops. Whoopsie daisy.
keep the old. This is how nature grows, and this is how we grow. But the beautiful thing is, whether it is a storm, a butterfly, or a sunflower, when we connect with others, that is when the magic happens. The 5 points of culture represented in a star that we've talked about for 2 decades have evolved into something even more powerful, a spiral of growth that includes everyone. This is how we renew Scentsy culture, by coming together, by remembering to contribute more than we take. The beautiful thing about the Fibonacci sequence is that it never stops growing. Even after setbacks, even after losses, the next turn is always waiting to be discovered. It may feel like we're moving in reverse and losing ground, but we are not. Every consultant, every leader, every person at the home office, we are all part of this spiral. We all contribute to that pattern. So all of us, plus all of you at the home, or all of you, plus all of those at the home office, we create the oval in perfect harmony. If we are to grow well, we must grow together. And it's in growing together that we become friends. Make new friends and keep the old. One is silver and the other gold. I've been thinking about that song since we started planning Reunion this year. This simple song holds a secret to everything we do it. So you will continue to hear it a lot. This room is full of gold. You are gold. The kind of friendships that you can't buy or poach. The kind that come from staying when
Oh. So people who've been poached are no longer friends. Okay, got it. Got it. Cool. I love when she speaks that we know exactly where her mindset is. And it tells us also where every single other multi-level marketing C-suite person or top pyramid performer, multi-level marketing bad actors mindset. It's always about the commission. You can leave multi-level marketing at any time for any reason, and that's what the independent contractor agreement says. So whenever somebody in your upline thinks that they have a right to you as a person, tell them to go read the agreement, okay? Because if they think that they have some type of, ownership over you or your position, they have lost the plot. In the member chat, one of our members, Elizabeth, said, "I'd rather have questions I can't answer than answers I can't question." Zing, zing, zing. You know?
it's hard. Showing up when you're tired. Cheering for someone else when your business is struggling. You've weathered the challenges, celebrated the victories, and built the foundation on which the next generation of consultants will grow. Your experience is precious, irreplaceable, pure gold. But we also celebrate the silver, the fresh faces who are seeking growth and transformation and safety from life's storm, who are ready to join your teams. They will bring energy, new perspectives, and innovative ideas.
And
they will
commission.
ask questions that make us think differently. They will remind us why we fell in love with this business in the first place. Here's the beautiful truth. Gold doesn't lose its value when silver is discovered. Silver doesn't diminish gold's worth. Together, they create something even more precious, a treasure chest of diverse talents, experience, and dreams. Welcome to Camp Scentsy. This is a new beginning, a Fibonacci moment. Keep the gold, grow the silver, and let's light the world together. Love you.
Well, Heidi, my eye's twitching. It's interesting that you only had manipulation to offer us instead of meaningful numbers, and the only numbers you did have for us were the Fibonacci sequence that you somehow twisted into the Scentsy logo. And you thought that the sunflower picture and the butterfly picture, oh yeah, and a hurricane picture were somehow meaningful images to give us that offered really weird analogies to try to get your Scentsy consultants motivated, locked in, your people with those handy dandy pulses and credit cards plugged into the mission of buying all the things so that your company can stay open. Yeah, cool. I guess the only number that you could offer us was the Fibonacci sequence because, like our handy dandy member Wendy was saying, the only meaningful numbers don't look so hot. Maybe that's why you were crying in a lot of your presentation. I also found it really appalling and unsettling and disgusting and slimy that you used a story of a minor and his traumatic medical situation that his mom ended up sharing with you, and that you used it as a manipulative tactic to get Scentsy consultants plugged into the idea of rebuilding their teams. I don't know how, am I going to say how you sleep well at night? I don't know. I just don't know. And maybe we have different core values. Maybe live chat and you have different core values. Maybe viewers and you have different core values. I don't know. Oh God. I don't know. To use a child, to use a minor, to use a medical trauma event to validate your company is disgusting. It's emotionally manipulative. It's a cult tactic. It is outrageous. It is something that if I was in your multi-level marketing company, I would resign from that company immediately. If I had if I had a fraction of an iota of respect for you as a business owner, it would have obliterated it. It's in a deficit at this point. I don't even know what to say. I don't know. Bad form. Insert the hook clip.
Bad form, Peter.
Oh my God. Well, Heidi, Orville, y'all, I'll see you at World Tour. I hope you enjoy anti-MLM. It's going to be my first world tour. I'm chuckling to see all the people in the audience at this Scentsy family reunion, and then you decided to not have anybody come to this event because you wanted to make it financially accessible for everybody. But I wonder if you only decided to make it financially accessible to yourselves because maybe you needed it to be financially accessible for your company and not necessarily for the reps who probably would have been willing to pay to go to it. But that's just my question, since, oh yeah, I'm probably not allowed to ask those questions because that would be a negative question, and we're only allowed to ask positive questions. And on a final note, our beloved Scentsy expert said, "My husband says they sleep good at night because they believe their own." Thank y'all for watching. Thanks for hanging out. If you like anti-MLM content, anti-scam, unethical, all the things, I'd love for you to subscribe. If you want to support the channel, leave a comment, leave a like. Our member-only content gets a little squirrely and sometimes wild and a lot of fun. Remember, we do not drink the Kool-Aid, we analyze the ingredients. And I'll see you in a live stream or another recorded video. Doodles!